I was trying to solve the problem of having hail damage on my roof. I'd never been on my roof before, and when I met Amanda Bratter with K&L, she mentioned that you guys did free inspections, so she came out and they did a roof inspection and identified the hail damage and took care of it. Problem solved.
So you didn't know about the problem?
I did not know about the problem. I've never even been on my roof in 20 years.
So is this something that was kind of mentioned?
It was just the offer of an inspection, and I thought, well, I've never been on my roof before, so it could probably use to be inspected. I've never seen it. When they came out that day,
Like from the time you agreed to the inspection to right up until you heard the diagnosis?
oh, okay. Really, I was just curious. Just simply curious of what they would find. I've never had any problems inside my house. I've never had any water damage, no leaks or anything inside. So I was just curious what they may find. Initially, I just didn't feel like it would hurt anything. I was impressed with how friendly Amanda was when I met her, and when she offered it, I thought, what could it hurt? So it was really seamless. She came out, and I believe it was with Josh, I think was who came out at the time, and they did the inspection. And from there, I really feel like what was most impressive was that they stepped me through the process. They worked directly with my insurance company. There were no hiccups. There was really nothing I had to do. It really took all the guesswork out and just headache, really, of having something else that I had to do. They handled that, and it was just seamless. From my experience, there wasn't any obstacle. There was no question. Everybody I dealt with at K&L was incredibly helpful, not pushy, just provided information, worked with my insurance company. So I really had no questions. The only question I had was what color. Really what made me the happiest and most impressed was how smooth it was, how easy it was. I would have thought that I would have needed to call my insurance company and that it would be a confusing process, and there was absolutely none of that whatsoever. It was smooth and easy, and they really took care of everything. Exactly. I really didn't have to do much. They followed up. They stepped me through, even whenever it came to payment with working with my bank. It was, place this call, take this paper up there, and that was really all I had to do. It was very simple. Just the ease of it, honestly, was the most impressive thing to me as far as the paperwork and working through the insurance. I love it. I love the color. For me, I didn't know and would not have known that much about quality, but K&L stepped me through, educated me on what the quality was and the different options available, and we did get a top quality product. I love the color, and my neighbor next door that knows much more about roofs than I do stated the same thing. They were impressed with the quality, the work, the workmanship, the cleanup, just across the board. I love the color.
So does it
it's brighter.
Like when you come home, you're like, it adds some kind of excitement to it?
It does. It feels good. It's just much brighter than it was, than the previous green was. So it just feels good looking at it coming down the road.
So it kind of matches the wall?
Yep.
So there's any expectation of
I would say yes. I did expect just initially that they're professionals, that they know what they're doing and they'll get it done right. And I was completely confident just in working with Amanda, that had it not met my expectations, that they would have made sure that it did. I was completely comfortable with that, and that meant a lot to me, just being comfortable with the people that I was dealing with. The workmanship, I've never had to have a roof put on my house before, so I'd never been through that process. Watching them put it on, I thought, my goodness, this could be a mess, you know what I mean? And I've heard of people saying that roofers had left a lot of mess and, you know, the cleanup was a real struggle and that kind of thing. I could not have been more impressed with how they cleaned it up. I can't imagine how they got all these nails out of all the flower beds and out of the yard. Even my neighbor next door had commented on that. He said, I've never seen a roofing company, and he's been around construction his whole life, do such an impeccable cleanup job. He said they were all in your flower beds, and I've got a lot to work with. I figured when they came out initially, they were like, whoa, how are we gonna work around all this stuff? But he said, I was really impressed that they got all in your flower beds, all in the yard. They ran that little machine all over the place, and I would have never known that they were here. That was incredibly, like, over the top impressive to me.
So this is yes, no. Would you recommend K&L to anybody?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Complete confidence.
Okay. So what's the main reason?
The main reason I would recommend is that it was seamless. The process was seamless, and every person that I've met involved with K&L was compassionate, friendly, and helpful. And the product is, again, just very impressed. I would absolutely, with confidence, recommend K&L.
What would you tell someone that's considering going with K&L?
What I would tell somebody is that it's going to be smooth and easy. You're not going to have to do anything. You're going to have somebody to hold your hand through the whole process to make it seamless. And that, for me, is what made the difference and why I would absolutely recommend K&L.
Last question is, what is an area that not to go negative, but
Oh no, I'm trying to think. I mean, I don't have anything really to compare it to, but I cannot think of not one single thing through the whole process that was any kind of headache or where there was any kind of question. I really can honestly not think of not a thing that I would recommend, but I will I will let you know if I think of anything.
Okay.
But there's nothing that comes to mind that I questioned or was unhappy about through the whole process.